Morning.
What's the squad news?
Well, we've got a squad available and ready to go. We've got a few injuries. Lucas Fabianski's got a fractured cheekbone and an eye socket, so we've not quite got the everything correct in as far as what we're going to do yet, whether it will be operated on or whether it will be healing itself or time span at the moment. But that's the update on Lucas Fabianski. Vladimir Kufal's got a heel injury, which will keep him out. So I think that's really the two injuries we had from the weekend. So apart from that, I think the squad's just about what it was. Danny Ings is cup tied, obviously. So yeah.
So that would mean possibly McElhenney coming in and a boost for him scoring at the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, look, it was great that Danny Ings scored goals. Mick's played most of the games this season, so it'd be no surprise if Mick was involved, that's for sure.
And what's the mood like around the camp following that?
We've always had a good mood around the camp. Even before it, I always felt as if the players were in good spirits. We tried to focus on the games one at a time, and we focused really well on Notts Forest. Got us a really important 3 points in the league, and you know, goals as well, which have been sort of difficult to come by. But really pleased with how the players performed, and hopefully we can build on it and keep it going.
And what did you make of Manchester United on Sunday?
Well, I think everybody's seen a much improving Manchester United, and you know, I thought Newcastle actually played very well in the game as well. So Newcastle are a very good team as well, and it was a tight game, but Manchester United got there in the end.
I bumped into a friend of mine, a Man United friend of mine, on the way down here, and he said he felt that it's a good time to play them. Is that something that you agree with?
I don't know about that. I think Manchester United have got a really strong squad of players. But hey, look, we feel as if we're improving. We feel as if we're getting a little bit closer to something like we're past selves. So hopefully we can show that and you know, put on a good show in the game.
Can you just give us a bit of insight into your team selection for games? So you have a training session today. Do you already have an idea in your mind about the starting 11? Will you wait till after the session? When will you tell the players? How do you like to?
Well, I've got my own way of doing it, but I'm not going to tell you that at the moment. And but we're actually waiting on a couple of boys who've got knocks and injuries as well, so I need to see how they are this morning. Very quick turnaround. If you look at our fixtures, you know, we have to go to Old Trafford, away from home, and unfortunately we didn't get our game against Brighton moved to Sunday, which would have helped us greatly. So it makes it very difficult, you know, sort of 8 o'clock kick-off at Old Trafford on Wednesday, and then we're away to Brighton on Saturday. With it being an FA Cup midweek fixture, which, let's be fair, it's not something which we normally have. Normally these cup ties are all at the weekend. So this one getting fitted in makes it a bit more awkward, and then we have to go away to Cyprus. So we've got 3 away games in a week now, all with a decent amount of travel.
Right, Paul from Sky.
Hi David, you talk about that quick turnaround for away games. How does that impact on your thinking? Because I think back to 2009 with Everton, and you beat Manchester United in the semi-finals to reach the final, and you will have experience of maybe the buzz around a club, what a cup run can do, and going all the way to the final, and the impact that can have. So how do you balance that out in your mind in terms of prioritising with such a short turnaround of games?
Well, it's a really good question, because you know we are having to think closely about how we do things. But look, I'd love to get West Ham to the cup final. 100% I would. I'd love to win the cup final if I can get there. So we had a great run at Everton. We got to the final one year. We got beaten in the semi-final as well one year as well. So I've got to say I'd love to be able to take West Ham into a similar position. And on the road, you've got to play some difficult games. Going to Old Trafford's a really difficult game, and I think we've drawn them now something like 3 out of the last 4 years away from home in the cup competitions. But that's the way it is. You've got to play the good teams in the journey. We've already been away to Brentford and Derby, so our draws in this competition at the moment have been really difficult, all been away from home. So let's hope we can keep a run going. We've won the other 2, so let's see if we can try and win this one.
What are your standout memories from that run in 2009 and especially that semi-final victory over United?
Yeah, probably. We won on penalty kicks, and it was a, I wouldn't say it was a well planned, but we knew that it was a good chance that we could push Manchester United really close, and it was a big moment for us because it's always a tough game, and it will be a tough game this week as well.
You said at the time of the draw that you have players who will thrive with this kind of fixture going to Manchester United. Have you sensed that this week? Do you feel that is the case? They're up for this, a game like this?
Well, I think when you've not been having the best run of results to win your last one and do it and score goals and feel as if we're getting closer to the form. But it's now to come out and do it again, and that's the thing is, you have to go and play again, and we have to show it. So unfortunately we've got a couple of injuries from what we had, and obviously Danny Ings can't play in this game as well. So it just alters us and makes us change a little bit again.
What was different about the weekend maybe compared to the weeks previous?
I actually think that the biggest difference was that we finished off some opportunities. We'd gone a long period in the game where we hadn't scored, and it looked like it was going to be quite similar to a lot of our previous games where we just couldn't really get the final finish or a goal to come up with after having a lot of good play. But in the end we got one, and I think the biggest thing is actually we scored the second one really quickly, which settled us right down and helped us.
How pleasing was it to not only win the game but to register a scoreline like that at a time when there maybe has been pressure or different results? It just is that pleasing for a manager in the sense that you can say, well, look, this is what the squad is capable of, the team is capable of?
Well, I think the players went out and showed that. All of them played really well. We had a really good team performance, and we actually think that recently we've been doing okay. But we had a disappointing result against Tottenham. But apart from that, then we've been on a run which has given us a few draws and a win. So hopefully this win will keep that going. We're pushing on. We need to try and climb the league table. But as I alluded to earlier, we've now got an away game in the FA Cup now, and then next week we've got an away game in the Conference League. So we've got a lot to look forward to, and hopefully our form can continue to improve.
And how do you plot away past, I suppose, an Erik Ten Hag side, and given the way it's gone for him this season? Just want to be made of what he's done at the club.
I think he's done a great job. I think Manchester United are a side which are used to success, and I think that Manchester United are climbing the ladder back up towards where they want to be, and he has to get a lot of credit for the work he's doing.
And I suppose you can't give too much away tactically, but what is it, do you think, that he has changed at the club, I guess, in comparison to recent seasons? How do you plot away past that and the feel-good factor?
Yeah. Well, you're asking the wrong man. You should ask Erik Ten Hag about what he's doing and how he's doing it. That would be the way I would go about it. I can only look from a distance and admire him for his good work he's doing at Manchester United.
Would you expect someone like Marcus Rashford to play in the FA Cup? Do you sense that they're just trying to win trophies regardless of the competition? Or do you expect him to rotate?
Again, I think you should ask Erik Ten Hag that question. I couldn't tell you what Manchester United are going to do. My only focus is on what West Ham do and how we play, and us getting the right team and the right players available for the game.
Do you have a specific instruction to your players to face someone like Rashford, or is it defend them as a team?
We have to defend against so many good players in the Premier League. Rashford is one of them. We played them up there early in the season, and we were really unfortunate. David De Gea played really well to keep them in the game, or we could have had a positive result. So it was very close to the league game. I'm hoping that we can give them another good game this time round.
And final question, just on Danny Ings. I know he can't play in this game, but given that he's showed what he did on Saturday, of course, or when he did at the weekend, how shrewd a signing could that be for the run in the league?
Well, we were shocked with the injury to Gianluca Scamacca during the international break. Really, he started to pick up an injury, and then we'd brought it in to give us extra cover with Mick, And let's be fair, our goal scoring this season has been letting us down. So we were trying to get someone in who we felt could give us some more goals as well, could add to what we had. Look, it's just a start for Danny. He's got a couple on his first full start, which is great for us, great for him, I have to say as well. So we're hoping to really build on it and hoping that he can maintain that and keep the goals coming. But I think as well for the team, other people, Mickey Antonio getting a goal and Declan Rice getting a goal, has been great for the squad, and we hope that everybody will start chipping in with some more goals.
Okay, cameras off please.